search warrant, open the door!
An American soldier, an AR-15, and a friendship that ended in the New Mexico desert. They fought together, ate at the same table, slept in the same barracks. But then one night, Rainor Joiner picked up a gun and turned his brother into a victim. The story you're about to hear isn't just a case. It's a criminal documentary about the collapse of loyalty in the shadows of the military. The story begins at Fort Bliss, Texas, and ends in the mountains of Taos, New Mexico. The story you are about to watch is a reenactment of a real-life case involving a U.S. Army soldier. Some details in the video may be sensitive or disturbing. No images of injured people or acts of violence are shown. We do not represent, judge, or generalize any group of military personnel, veterans, or people with mental illness. The sole purpose of the video is to raise public awareness and provide accurate information about the case. A tactical team storms a quiet New Mexico home, hunting for traces of a murder. Moments earlier, a U.S. Army soldier named Rainor Joiner had admitted to detectives that he was responsible for the death of his roommate, another soldier who had recently been reported missing.
The fact that you're taking us to recover his body, the fact that you came clean and were honest, I'm going to ensure that that's reflected with the district attorney.
The accused and the victim. Detectives later confirmed that Rainor Joiner personally led them to human remains belonging to Matthew McLaughlin, the man he once called his brother-in-arms.
Did you plan to kill Matthew?
No.
2 U.S. Army soldiers accused of taking the life of a third, someone they'd served beside and lived with. Investigators described the crime as cold, deliberate, and methodical, difficult for most to comprehend. However, detectives determined that Rainor Joiner and a roommate had planned and deliberately murdered Matt McLaughlin. According to the affidavit, Joiner caused McLaughlin to pass and attempted to conceal the evidence across several remote sites in northern New Mexico. The alleged motive sounds trivial. Prosecutors say Joiner told them Matt was running his mouth. That single phrase, officers note, became the justification for a calculated attack. The homicide occurred in Taos County, New Mexico, roughly 70 miles northeast of Santa Fe. Matt's mother filed a missing person report on July 31st, not realizing her son had passed away 6 days earlier on July 25th, 2023. Investigators say Joiner first used a firearm during the confrontation, then delivered additional rounds when he saw the victim was still moving. His other roommate, David Degroat, reportedly began retching as detectives questioned them both. Degroat confessed that he helped Joiner dispose of the body, saying Joiner felt disrespected by rumors and by McLaughlin's alleged drug use. Detectives recount that Joiner showed no regret, insisting he didn't feel sorry, not for a second. Handcuffed in the back of a sheriff's truck, Joiner spends 2 hours guiding investigators along State Highway 64, deep into rugged terrain.
Doesn't matter if it's a truck, it's still an uncomfortable ride.
What was that, dude?
Just driving down these roads, it doesn't matter. Even a truck like your guys, which is outfitted for like this, it's still can't drive.
Yeah, man, these roads are something else.
Yeah. You should see it when it storms and rains. When it rains and snow up here.
Yeah, when like the spring when the snow is melting is when it's scary.
Yeah.
He points out secluded turnoffs and drainage ditches where he claims to have left different parts of the body.
How comfortable do you feel? No, you know what, you're good, you're good. Just communicate with me through here.
Okay.
Guide me, I'm gonna sit in the front. Just guide us to where we need to go.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Appreciate you, bro. And all I can tell you is, you know, me and my partner are the ones in charge of this. The fact that you're taking us to recover his body, the fact that you came clean and were honest, I'm going to ensure that that's reflected with the district attorney. Okay?
Understood. Understood.
I can promise you that I'll do that for you.
Understood.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right, brother. Let's go get this man so that way we can lay him to rest, okay?
Yeah.
Oh. Let me grab my cell, Sarge.
Okay.
Rainor also made small talk with the detectives about guns.
Yeah, well, the thing is that we're 1911, but anybody could pretty much carry what they want if they want to qualify and go through the steps, you know?
Yeah, I know. Deputy is dealing with me. I know he rocks a Beretta M82, I think.
Yeah, I enjoyed the block though. Good old faithful. You were carrying a revolver though, weren't you?
I was. I usually use the Springfield Echelon, but I was just in town. Couldn't find the holster for my Echelon, so I just was carrying the 38 Special Roscoe snub nose.
Are you thirsty, man?
Yeah, I could use the water.
Are you staying here? No, we're leaving. Hey, but give me a water for... Hey, Chad, give me a water, dude.
That's uncomfortable.
Mind if I serve you, man?
Yeah, I know. I can't get out of these. So yeah. Thank you.
Good or more?
I'm good.
Your water's gonna be in the jar.
Okay.
If you need more, just let us know.
Later that day, a SWAT vehicle rolls up to the shared residence.
Sheriff's office, search warrant, open the door! Search warrant! The sheriff's office, open the door! Search warrant! Search warrant! Sheriff's office! Throw your hands! Open and empty! Got dead space left! It's tight, it's tight, it's tight.
Dead space right. I'm gonna move left.
Byers and Kevin, clear that left. I'll hold right here.
On me. Moving. Clear.
Clear. Secondaries. Check everything.
House clear.
House clear, no? Clear. Clear. Watch your fingers. Just let it down so it doesn't hit us in the face when we go out.
Hey, we got open doors on the
Okay. Clear this vehicle.
The footage captures armored officers moving methodically through the building, once home to all three soldiers. After Joiner led the way to the suspected locations of McLaughlin's remains, detectives took him straight to the sheriff's office for further questioning.
This paper, using those pens, whichever one you want, I want you to write me a personal statement, a statement from you, describing everything involving this incident from beginning to end to right now, as detailed as you humanly can. When you're done with that, on this sheet, I want you to draw a timeline, an updated timeline, accurately with what we obviously know happened now, okay?
Okay.
And take your time on it. We're gonna hang out for however long it takes you. Also, man, I want to read read you your Miranda rights again real quick. I'm just going to tell you. You have the right to remain silent. You say cannot be used against you in court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him or her present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any question if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights, not answer my questions, or make any statements. Having these rights in mind, are you still willing to speak with me?
Yes.
Okay. And you understand your rights?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
He's instructed to write a complete account of everything from the first confrontation to the present moment, and to draw a timeline once finished. It's now 5:30 a.m. on August 18th, the air outside silent except for a stray cat meowing in the distance. Joiner looked down at the paper in what was described as a cold, emotionless confession.
That's going to be the best way to do it, bro, so that way we're not here all freaking morning. We're both going to be called to testify to,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So, cold, bro.
Dude, I know.
You okay, brother?
Yeah. I was thinking how to word this.
What we should do, because we did it to David too, cuff his left hand to the chair arm.
Yeah.
It's just so that way we treat you the same as we treat everybody. You know what I mean? A little more comfortable on the inside bones like that.
Degroat's separate confession. Detectives mentioned that Degroat has already cooperated. He told them he'd tried to dissuade Joiner several times from killing McLaughlin.
Because I want you to explain to me the plan that you're talking about.
A plan to kill Matt that Joiner made.
Okay.
So his idea was initially he was gonna come up the road that we were gonna have, and he was gonna try to snipe him with his 308 from a distance. And then his plan changed when Matt said he was getting dropped off over by the other road. So then Joiner's idea was he was gonna take my Beretta so he can have a sidearm, and then he grabbed his AR and then waited in the bushes for us to come up, and he told me to stick to one side of the road and to be very loud when I'm near the area. So when he sees Matt come up on the side, despite how dark it is, he doesn't need to worry about who it is.
Now back to Rainor, who finishes writing his statement.
Starting from July 25 at roughly 1800, 7 p.m., I, Joiner Rainor, confronted Matt on the rightmost path leading to the house about 600 meters away. When confronting Matt, I asked him to explain why he was spreading rumors about me and bringing drugs, strangers over to the house. He, Matt in parentheses, said that I didn't come up there often enough, so it was basically his place. In a dark state of mind, I shot him with the Springfield Saint AR rifle I was carrying. After shooting him, I dragged his body to a tree 40 meters away on the left side of the road. July 26/27, I went to work. After work, I went to Harbor Freight and bought buckets. Not having what I felt I needed, I went to Tractor Supply, There I got trash bags and a splitter axe from there. I went to the land, going back to the tree to cut off his head and hands. After doing so, I bagged them, then placed them inside one of the buckets. I took that bucket in my work van to a drain ditch 4 to 5 miles up the road, dumping it in there. The next Wednesday night, I went to cut off the legs and arms. I found that wildlife had gotten him, so I cut off his forearm and legs below the knee, bagged them. Then I was able to rip out his upper leg bone from his hip sockets, bagging them with some of his clothes. Oh, I believe you're trying to say finally, but it's spelled final. I bagged his torso, throwing it all in a drain ditch 7 to 6 miles up. Thank you.
Next, Rainor is asked to explain his actions. A simple question, but one that hides a dark thread of motives.
What took place? Just describe and explain to us the entire situation with Matthew.
Let's see. So, everything I told you last time we spoke about like him spreading rumors and all that wasn't a lie. That was all factual. Really the only thing that changed from what I told you last time and me confessing was basically just the fact that when I confronted him, I didn't let him walk away, I shot him. So everything was pretty much the same. Like I said, he was spreading rumors, he was bringing drugs, he was bringing strangers. Hey. And I confronted him, I got pissed off and decided you're not gonna give me the chance.
He admits that during their last argument, he decided to act before McClellan could respond.
When they didn't have what I was looking for, I went to Harbor Freight and decided the best tool to use would be the splitter axe, and also bought some bags, 33-gallon trash bags. From there, went back up to the land, back up to that spot, cut off his head and hands, bagged him up, put him in the Harbor Freight bucket, drove back down the mountain, about 4 or 5 miles, found a deep drainage ditch, threw the bucket down there. That next Wednesday, which I think was about the 30th, 31st, Wednesday going into Thursday was my next time off. Next day off, so I went back up there Wednesday night, late Wednesday night, found the animals that already started to expedite the process, cut off his lower legs and forearms, again, bagged them up, set them aside, and bagged up his torso. Took it all back down, went to another drainage ditch that was further up, about 6 to 7 miles up the road. From there, you guys interviewed me a few days sometime after that. It's around, August 16th, 15th, 16th. I don't regret what I did, is what I'm saying. At the end of the day, I don't regret what I did. That wasn't the same dude I started with, like I said before.
Then why don't you regret it?
Honestly, I'm not. Truth be told, I've never been exactly had a normal sense of, a normal sense of humanity. I don't know how else to put that. I've always kind of been the odd one out when it comes to shit like that. I've always been the first one to just say it's like, well, you you can always deal with it. There's always one way to deal with a problem permanently. When I was in the Army, and I was going through OSIT, my first one actually had, my first one at the time actually forced me to go to behavioral health and talk to a counselor, because I didn't deal with this in a normal way.
When asked if he feels regret, Joiner shakes his head. "I don't regret it," he says. "That wasn't the same person I started with." He explains that he's always struggled to feel empathy, claiming he never had a normal sense of humanity. Rainor Joiner confessed to causing the death of Matt McLaughlin, but he insisted the incident wasn't pre-planned, saying he went there to talk, not to kill, and made the decision in the moment.
Did you plan to kill Matthew?
No, I actually never planned to kill him. I never planned to actually kill him. I planned to kill him in the sense of, like, it wasn't premeditated. When I went up there, I was giving him one last chance to fix things.
He recalls a disturbing memory. His father once told him, "Son, you're like me. You're going to like killing. You'll find it easy." Joiner stares down and adds, "I guess he was wrong."
He looked me dead in the eye and said, "It's like, son, you're like me. You're going to like killing. You're going to find it easy." Shoot, I mean, I guess he's not wrong. But, so, okay.
Have you ever killed anybody else?
No.
This is your first time ever murdering somebody?
Yes.
The detectives close the interview, confirming that both Rainor Joiner and David Degroat face first-degree murder and conspiracy charges. Joiner's attorney later tells reporters that his client's mental competence will likely become a factor in upcoming hearings. When the investigation was over, the only thing left was a chilling statement. "I have no regrets." A soldier trained to protect, now imprisoned for killing his own brother? If you want to see more shocking military cases like this, please subscribe, like the video, and follow the next installments of MOPD's murder documentary series. Before we start today's video, I just want to go over a few quick disclaimers. The footage you're about to see is presented strictly for informational purposes. Some of the situations may be intense or disturbing, so viewer discretion is advised. We do not glorify violence or criminal behavior in any way. The goal here is to raise public safety awareness and provide an accurate look into real-world law enforcement actions.